Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Michael in the Morning. Today is Tuesday, December 15th, 2020, and this is your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update, as well as news report. Members of both parties have been stressing over the last couple of weeks the need to get more relief out to the American people soon. And yesterday, in an interview on CNBC, top Republican and Democratic lawmakers came out and said that they have no choice, but they have to get a bill done this week, and it's going to get passed.
Congressman Reed, what kind of odds would you give this as something that will be done by the end of this week?
Well, I'll tell you, we have to. We've had over 30 plus Republican members sign on a letter that we worked with them on to say we're not leaving until we get COVID relief done. We have other measures that have to pass, the funding of the government, other issues that have to be resolved. And so this is kind of the final legislative vehicle before we go into the next year, the next Congress. So there's a multitude of issues that have to be resolved. And this is a prime opportunity to show the American people that we can govern again. And guys like us in the Problem Solvers Caucus with Josh and myself and the 50 members are just true patriots that want to put America first. We can compromise on liability and state and local, and then all the other additional relief that Josh has already articulated and laid out that the American people need today. Now's the time to respond and listen to the American people and get it done. That's what our job is to do. And now the leadership is in a position. We showed the path, finish it off, get it to the finish line. We laid the groundwork for you to get it done.
So that is at least very good news. We're hearing from top Republicans and Democrats that they're going to get a bill passed this week, which is something that we've been hearing for a while now, but now they're saying between getting a government funding bill sent out and passed, between getting more stimulus relief measures, and the end of the year coming up, they said, we have absolutely no choice but to get a deal passed. Good news is yesterday on Monday, December 14th, Congress proposed another new stimulus bill worth $908 billion. This is the bill that they've been talking about for weeks now. However, the major problem with this bill is that it doesn't include direct stimulus checks in it in any form at all. Right now it includes $300 per week in boosted unemployment benefits, but many lawmakers are concerned because they said American people need help now, they need direct support, and with this bill, they wouldn't get any $1,200 stimulus check in it.
To introduce legislation today. Again, this is the package we've been talking about. $908 billion combined COVID relief emergency package to really address the major needs over the next few months and what are obviously clearly the toughest times right now from pandemics, from what we're facing the pandemic, and obviously to get us into the next administration. It covers the major pillars we've been talking about, everything from unemployment, helping families, to small businesses, to vaccine deployment, which is obviously critically important right now, to food security and assistance, to helping those families on food lines for the first time, and really to get us through the toughest time. It's bipartisan, bicameral in the Senate and the House, and we'll be doing that later today.
It doesn't include what most people care about, which is the $1,200 stimulus checks. Many top lawmakers are saying, while it's great that they're going to get this passed, they could always include other aspects later on. One thing that happened yesterday was that they actually divided this bill into two separate bills. The bipartisan lawmakers split their initial $908 billion stimulus framework into two separate parts, one with provisions that Republicans and Democrats can agree on, and one that marries their two sticking points, which is state and local government aid and liability protections for small businesses. The first bill is $748 billion and includes provisions that both parties already agree on. It includes the extension of unemployment benefits, additional $300 per week in these jobless benefits. It includes rental assistance, student loan forbearance, funding for testing, tracing, vaccine distribution, and other aspects as well. So that's all stuff that they already agree on, and they said they hope they can get this passed because it already includes everything they agree on. On the other hand, they put the aspects that they couldn't agree on into a second bill that is much smaller and worth $160 billion, and they said that it includes money for state and local government and liability protections for small businesses. So they said that this shows that they can at least start to reach an agreement. They are willing to compromise, and they do want to get an agreement done before the end of this week.
What we're showing here with this combined bill of $908 billion, most importantly, is that there's Republican and Democrats that can work out the issues of liability protection that is greatly needed in regards to this emergency situation and the issue of state and local aid. And that has been the sticky wicket, if you would, that we had to get to the finish line. Now, obviously, there's going to be some disagreement. I believe today you'll see that they're splitting these bills in the Senate. But working with a guy like Josh Gottheimer on the Democratic side and the Problem Solvers Caucus members themselves, who are sincere, good faith members, I think we found a way to bring that together and hopefully talk to our House colleagues. We'll show we can figure out the final issues on liability in state and local and also add that so that we get a whole $908 billion deal put together.
This is a great sign, and it shows that they're making a lot of progress towards getting a deal done, but we have been hearing this for weeks now, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. On top of this, right now they're saying that this bill shows that they are willing to get an agreement done, that it will get passed, and they said it's proof that the American people will receive support that they need.
There's definitely momentum here, and I believe we've been in regular touch with leadership on both sides, and we're really hopeful this will be the package that will be part of the final agreement that we have to vote on this week. You know, it looks like we're going home at the end of this week. People can't wait anymore. We've lost 1 out of every 500 residents in New Jersey to COVID. We're 6,000 new cases a day. 30% of small businesses have already gone out. We've got to help people, and I think the pressure is on, as you've said, Becky, not just in Washington, but everyone's feeling it at home. And we've got to get this done. You look at our state and local governments, they're critically important. They're on the front lines now of getting this vaccine out. Now's not the time to leave them in the lurch. So this has to get done. We really have no choice. And I think our leadership recognizes that.
Ultimately, this is good news moving forward, and this week we should see a stimulus package agreed on and passed before the end of the week, according to these top lawmakers. Right now, some other important things that are going on is that the vaccine is finally being distributed in the U.S. Pfizer got approval, and now they are distributing the vaccine, which is good news, should help with the pandemic, maybe get cases to start going down again, and we'll have to wait and see what happens, but they said right now we should have a deal passed by the end of this week. So anyways, that's what's going on with the second stimulus check and second stimulus package as of Tuesday, December 15th, 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget you can get 4 free stocks, each valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.